Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about autism burnout and 5 tips of how you can help avoid them coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the Aspie world. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on autism and mental health. So if you're new around here and you want to help me change the world, hit that subscribe button to learn more and see weekly videos from me. Also, if you're watching over on Facebook, make sure to give this page a like and a follow to see daily videos from me. In this video, I'm going to be discussing 5 tips, pro tips I've never seen anybody else use to help prevent autism burnout, which is going to be highly effective. Okay guys, how is it going? Good to have you all here and see everybody having a good time. Super good. I'm super pumped to be back making videos. I'm wearing my old merch hoodie. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, let me know if you guys want me to re-release this hoodie. It's been out for a while, but yeah, I just got making way for the new line of merch coming out very, very soon from yours truly. Anyway guys, before we get into the video, I'd just like to answer some questions that I've been asked over on Instagram. And if you'd like me to answer your question on a video just like this, head over to Instagram, follow me and put the notifications on so you don't miss out when I ask you to ask me questions, and you might be featured in a video just like this. Okay, Elijah_Somji said, did you go to a mainstream school? And yes, I did, Elijah. I went to a mainstream high school and primary school, and it was very difficult, you know, but I think I learned from it. I think that there was like things that could have been better, but I think I learned a lot from it. Okay, the next question here is from Yuxinli456, and they said, I just want to ask if every person on the spectrum experiences meltdowns. Great question. Actually, the only people I know who have an autism spectrum condition have experienced a meltdown, so I can only go off experience of what I know. So currently, all I know, yes, but I don't know. I can't speak for every person on the spectrum. Okay, the next question here is from Tazo Devil, and they said, what do you find is the most frustrating thing that people do when they know you have autism? I think the most frustrating thing that people do, to me personally, is they say, oh, you don't look autistic. I was like, what? Like you're supposed to have like an orange face or something? You know, you're supposed to look a different way if you have an autism spectrum condition. It's bizarre. Okay, guys. So I actually just wanted to show you guys just a big shout out to this company called Autism versus Aliens. They sent me this little care package in the mail. It's like Autism versus Aliens keychain, and then I also got this lovely letter from them, which is really cool. Autism versus Aliens, and what it is there's a comic book company called Free King Comics, and they've announced the release of this comic book, which is the Autism versus Aliens comic book. It's really cool, actually. It's all done by people on the spectrum, I'm guessing, written by Daniel Walther and Jamie A. Heidel, illustrated by Daniel Walther too. So as you can see, that it just goes through all the it's just a cool comic book about like somebody on the spectrum versus aliens. It's basically self-explanatory. It's kind of cool. So I will leave a link for this in the description below if I can find a link, and you can check it out yourself. It might be really cool because you know, I don't know. It was really nice of them to send me this. So thank you so much for sending me this, guys. And if anybody wants to send me anything, hit me up on Instagram in the DMs. And yeah, you can get my address. Okay, guys. So autism burnout, right? This is what you need to know to prevent one. And I've made a list of like 5 top tips here that I absolutely just love. Okay, here we go. So the first one is taking regular breaks. Now, taking regular breaks is quite an interesting one. People think that, like, you know, people are quite solid in the fact that they think like, no, I have my schedule, my routine, and I'm going to stick to my routine, and that's going to be fine. But the problem with routine is that if you don't schedule in break time into your routine, then you're leaving yourself wide open to have no respite from your busy working environment. So say you're in work and you just work all day, and then you come home and then you do more work at home because you're studying class or something, and then you go to sleep and you wake up really early to work out, and then you do some more studying, and then you go to work. There's no respite there. There's no time for taking regular breaks, because what regular breaks does is it almost like gives your brain a reset. It says to your brain, okay, hit reset, chill out, start again, and it will avoid a burnout. An autism burnout can be something that will be an accumulation of things that you're doing, and then it gets to a point where you just have kickback and you can't take no more because you've taken on too much stuff, and then you just burn out, and then you're just completely unmotivated. It has the exact opposite effect of the things that caused it. So to me, Regular breaks is a great one. Do you know, sometimes I never did because I was obviously close to burning out, but my friend Jess from How to ADHD, I was doing a video with her in Boston, Massachusetts this year, and she said to everybody who was watching the video, I'll try and link it somewhere in the card above or in the description, she said, hey, you know, do you think Daniel should take breaks? And everyone was like, yeah. So now I try to put in like a Friday afternoon into breaks, or sometimes I'll take my son swimming, or like, you know, sometimes during the week we'll take breaks, and I definitely have Saturday and Sunday off because, you know, let's face it, you know, do need some time to take breaks. And I find this amazing. It's absolutely helped reduce a lot of my burnout quite considerably, to be totally honest with you. Okay, number 2. It's quite an interesting one, actually. This is knowing your limits. People don't actually know their limits. People you know, try to take on as much, try and take on as much as possible. They'll be like, somebody says, hey, can you do this? And you go, yeah, okay, I'll add that to my to-do list. And somebody else says, can you do this? And you go, yeah, of course. And I've fallen foul to this loads of times where someone says, Dan, can you do this? Like, yeah, I'm going to do it now. And they'll be like, okay, you got a meeting at 4. Like, yeah, I can do the meeting. And they're like, okay, and you got to take me here for like 6. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. And it's like, oh, you've also got to get these 2 videos done and that book written and those blog posts done. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've taken on too much. So I don't know my limits. Now I've been working with a therapist and I have my limits. My limits are very interesting. Only 2 projects at any one time. And don't be stupid. Because I used to just take on about 4 or 5 major projects at any one time. And I'd look at them and think, oh my God, these are mammoth tasks. And am I ever going to be able to complete these? And I'm like, okay, I've taken on too much stuff. And what happens is when you take on too many things, when you don't have any limits set in place, what happens is you then let people down, and by letting people down, you let yourself down, and this could eventually cause a burnout, because either the stress from letting people down, or the stress from not being able to complete the tasks, or the stress of having too many tasks on, like as in knowing your limit, you know, if you don't have any kind of boundaries there, it's going to just be catastrophic, and you're definitely going to have a burnout from that. And that's one of the things, you know, you want to try and prevent burnouts. All these things are just to prevent everybody, you know, taking their life as if it's this thing that doesn't mean anything, you know, like it does mean everything. It's definitely interesting. You have to take care of yourself all the time. And it's something we forget. We all forget to take care of ourselves because we don't really think how much meaning these things have, because it's not in our jurisdiction to think, oh yeah, I've got to remember to take regular breaks. So this is why this video is important. Oh guys, this is just a simple question as well. If you haven't already, I've got a masterclass, a coping secrets masterclass. Basically, I did a masterclass, a free webinar on 3 of my top secret coping skills for coping with daily life, how you can like really change the way you live your life with your traits of autism and stuff. And it's really interesting, and there's only limited space available on the masterclass, but you can register down below. I know you guys are going to be very excited to register onto that, and I'm excited for you to take the webinar class. So yeah, just go below. There is a link there for registering. So as it says register now, just click on that link, register, and you will be on that webinar. It's completely free and super awesome. So please go ahead and check that out right now. Okay, so number 3 is quite an interesting one as well. This one is don't overdo it. So many people try and do too much. They're trying to prove themselves. Like, I'm going to push myself to prove myself. You know, they'll be like, I'm going to I'll push myself for work, and I'll push myself to work later hours and longer days, you know, just because I can prove it. I can prove people wrong and do that. That doesn't work. You're not proving anything. All you're really doing is proving that by putting too much on your plate, you are going to burn out. This happens all the time. I used to do it all the time, thinking like I was just hard as ever and be like, yeah, I'm just going to just push past it and do it. I'm just going to do all this stuff and I'll just work late. And it just didn't work. I ended up actually has a negative effect on your mental health, and then it has a negative effect on you, and it causes burnout and maybe probably eventually a meltdown. And then you have this horrible kind of like lingering, like just horrible anxiety, stress, depression ball that you fall into. It's not a good thing, okay? So don't overdo it. Just chill. Just take it easy. You know your limits, and don't overdo it. You know, do what you can do, what you can physically do that. Don't overdo it. People always have this mindset like, if you don't push yourself, you know, you're an idiot and you're not doing your best and all this stuff. Okay, by all means, you can push yourself to your limit, but you know your limit. And I said this in the last one. You have to know your limit. Don't overdo it. It's very, very important. And I feel like people really need to just hit home. Listen, it's me, Dan. I'm telling you. Don't overdo it. It's okay. You're doing fantastic as it is. I believe in you. Oh, guys, if you haven't already, please like this video, because like equals love, and let's share some love. If you like this video, it indicates to me that you'd like to see more of this type of videos, and if you're enjoying it also. So share that love, give it a like. Okay, guys, number 4, very important one. This is so important. You need to put down anything else that you're playing with or looking at right now and listen to me, okay? This is reach out if you're struggling. Too many people struggle and struggle alone, right? There's that old saying, like a problem shared is a problem halved, and it absolutely is. So when people are struggling in work, in life, in romantic relationships, in friendships, any type of environment where you find yourself struggling, some people try to prove themselves to be this like strong, I'm independent, I can do it alone type of mentality. But unfortunately, it doesn't always work. You know, it can cause negative kickback, and then you can feel that negative oppression, and it can cause a burnout, potentially meltdown, stress, depression, all kinds of stuff. So my suggestion is this: reach out to your best friend or your partner or your loved one or a family member or somebody who understands you when you feel like you're struggling. When you know you're struggling, reach out, because it's not a cowardly thing to do. It's actually a very progressive thing to do, to reach out to somebody and ask for help. It's the most amazing tip you can ever take away from anything in this video. Remember that one tip. Say, Dan said, I have to reach out when I'm struggling. Please do that, okay? And if you have anything to add to that actual one, just leave it in the comment below if you think it's a good idea, or if you have any other tip around kind of like when people are struggling. I'd love to know, so please leave that in a comment down below. Okay, guys, here it is. Here is number 5. Number 5 is quite an interesting one. It's something that I've not been able to do for a long time, and then I've had loads of burnouts and meltdowns, and really bad burnouts actually. And because of that, I then have tried to start to implement this specific tip. It's quite interesting me doing this video, because like I'm learning stuff and like reteaching myself the things that I already know and the things that I need to implement, because I haven't been implementing these things, and I'm, you know, I should be. This is our life, man. We need to take care of ourselves. So this one is implementing relaxation time. So many people don't relax. Relaxing is so important. Nobody does it, right? People just think like, oh yeah, I'm just going to work till like 3 o'clock in the morning and then just crash. And those things don't work. That's no good for anybody. Relaxation time is so important. So whatever it is you do to relax, if it's playing games, playing golf, playing football, going to, an ice hockey game, watching a movie, going to the movies, watching Netflix, playing a computer game, an iPad, whatever it is that really relaxes you, taking a bath, going for a walk, taking the dog for a walk, whatever. Make sure that you implement more of that in your life, because life's for living. Okay, just remember that you have all this abundance of time and the ability to enjoy life. So just make sure you put some enjoyment in, because what this does is it gives you regular breaks. Just like taking breaks, it gives you regular kind of like mini vacations, because those things you really enjoy that relax your body, your brain will respond so positively to that, and it will really help mend any possible avenues that a burnout could occur from, because your brain, mind, body, and your whole like being gets a bit of a reset, and it's awesome. I love that. You should totally check it out, guys. Just trying to implement a little bit more of the relaxation time. You'll so thank me in the end. Honestly, I swear down. So there you have it, guys. 5 tips for improving. And you know, I would love for you, if you care, I'd love for you to share this, because sharing is caring. And if you know somebody who could benefit from hearing all these and learning these tips, please share it on their social media like Facebook and Twitter, because it would help me help other people, which is amazing. And sharing is caring, like I said, and I just want to help everybody. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.